Along El Salvador's Pacific coast sits a little surf town called El Tunco, and it's become one of the country's most popular beach destinations. In this part 1 video, I'll show you where to eat as a vegan, where to stay, and what to do. And in part 2, we'll head to San Salvador, explore cute towns, and I get to see for the first time where my mom grew up. So let's check it out. Our first stop after a long flight was the beachside villas that we could call home for the next few days.
Hola, buenas tardes. Hola. Mira qué bonitos están los apartamentos. Ajá. Vienen con hamaca y todo.
My mom is already enjoying herself. ¿Verdad, mami? Yeah. I'm gonna give you guys the tour. This is our apartment. This is so cute. As vegans, obviously, we appreciate a kitchen because sometimes we will need to cook for ourselves, right? This is gorgeous. Look at this. I love that they have the bottled water here because as a foreigner, do not have any of the tap water. Do not. Like, it's just out of precaution. You know, they do have a water filter. Okay, so let's go check out the bedrooms. So here we have the bathroom. It's not huge, but it's cute. It does the job. The bedrooms, they're nice and spacious. They have 2 bathrooms. So there's the bedroom here that has the master bathroom. Lots of luggage space. Look at that. Look at this cute decor. I absolutely love it. The other bathroom. Oh yeah, so if you're rooming with a lot of people, you don't have to fight for the bathroom, which I'm all for. This is perfect. Let me show you the other room. Got beach towels. And then this is where you can share, like, you know, 3 people could stay in this room, depending on who's sharing the bed, or, you know, this is where I'll be staying, it'll be my own bunk bed. What I love about these villas is that the decor is minimalistic, sustainable, they're gorgeous, it's beachfront, private access, like you literally just walk through the gate and it's amazing. Each villa has its own sunbathing like bed, so you can just lay your towels there, sunbathe, you can go on the pool, then you go to the beach however you want. It's beautiful, like this place, it feels like a little oasis. So the other cool thing is if you plan to rent a car, which I highly recommend to explore the whole country, they have parking here for you. You can fit like 3 cars in here and or like a couple giant sized cars.
Next, I had to check out the cabanas and the beachfront.
This is stunning.
But after enjoying that incredible sunset, it was time for dinner.
So now we're at Típicos Margoth. This is at a new shopping center that they just opened up here near La Libertad, in La Libertad. So Típicos Margoth, if you see my other video from El Salvador, this is a place where you can get a lot of typical traditional dishes from El Salvador. We're gonna have pupusas, and they have pupusas de yuca. I'm gonna go all out. So if you want pupusas, you order at this kiosk. You say if you want to eat here or to go, and you just get this one, and then you choose whatever you want. As a vegan, you can only have the ones that say frijol. So the cool thing is you can choose your masa. So this is corn, rice, and yuca. I, of course, ordered one of each because I have to try them all. We got a rigua. Rigua is like a corn pancake. This didn't have any eggs. We asked. We did our due diligence. And then this is fried yuca with curtido and salsa. All right, so I have my pupusas here. I got one of yuca, corn, and rice flour. That's why this one looks whiter. So each one has a different texture. Salsa curtido. Let's give it a try. All right, ever since my last visit here, again, if you see my other El Salvador video, I had a bean pupusa de yuca, and it stole my heart away. Sorry, I can't really talk. I haven't slept at all. I slept 1 hour in the span of 24 hours, so my vocabulary is shot. All right. It's hot, so be careful. The beans here have so much flavor. You could just order beans on their own and you will not be disappointed. The texture of the yuca masa is what I love because it's a little bit of chew. It's cassava. Yuca is cassava. So think of when something's made out of tapioca or cassava. It has that little chew, little crispiness. Oh my God, it's so good. If you guys want to know what other stuff you can get here, make sure to check out my other YouTube video. But Típicos Margoth is a place you can come to try a few things out. So another thing to know is the hot chocolate here is just pure dark chocolate and water. I need to stir it. I didn't want to stir it, but it's not usually served with milk. This is like chocolate. And it's served piping hot. It is sweet. So 8 ounces goes a long way. Loving this morning view. We're gonna make the coffee that they gave us. And I made it perfect because I was trying to figure out the ratios. Because I like my little darker. How is it that? Is it too strong? No. It's perfect. My dad likes coffee lighter than I do, so that's how we kind of always fight over that a little bit. So I got the perfect ratio. I tried it plain. It's delicious on its own, but you can also buy soy milk at the grocery store. Here where we're staying, there's a Super Selectos, which is their grocery store that's really close by. And they'll have all different kinds of milks. They have coconut milk, soy milk, almond milk. So I honestly don't even think it needs milk. I kind of don't want to ruin the flavor. It's delicious. Getting a refill. So the reason I wanted to show this coffee is because El Salvador is the 19th largest coffee producer in the world. My dad actually used to pick coffee when he was a kid, and this particular coffee is from the city that he's from. I think that's really cool. But coffee, if you're a coffee connoisseur, that's something you have to have here. Instant coffee is always also common to drink at places, so you'll kind of see that too, but there's a lot of cool coffee shops around here because you can get really good tasting coffee at a lot of different places. And on that note, it was time for breakfast. So we're headed to Balancé Cafe. Balance is actually a yoga and Pilates retreat center hotel, which is kind of cool. But because of that, they also have a restaurant with a lot of vegan options. So when in doubt, follow the yoga retreat. Hola, buenas tardes, buenos días. It's really cute in here. So as you can see, they have a lot of vegan options. They have veggie burgers, a lot of different things, clearly marked with a V. I haven't had any fruit, so this is what I'm having. All right, my breakfast has arrived. I am salivating. I asked for extra pea protein because the protein is already plant-based, which is cool. This looks delicious. It has the blue spirulina, granola, blueberries, pineapple, banana. All right, time for me to feast. I'm starving. When your body is craving something healthy, it usually means something, so pay attention to it. So at the end, what my mom was asking me is if you can also have the coconut meat. So after you're done drinking it, you just give it back to them and they'll cut it open for you and scrape out the coconut meat because that can't go to waste. Next, we had to explore the little town of El Tunco, where you'll see lots of boutiques and coffee shops, and we had to make our way to the beach. So this is the reason this beach is called El Tunco, because it looks like a pig. They got live music playing at the restaurants. You'll notice that the beach here is a bit more rocky, which is why I prefer the beach of where we're staying, but definitely a popular destination for foreigners. So if you look over there, there's people surfing. Look at that. This is known as the surf capital of the world for some of the best waves. So no matter where you're staying at, the place that we're staying at also, you can request surfing lessons. So that's something to keep in mind.
But now it's time to check out their lunch options.
So for lunch, I'm at Good Friends in El Tunco. This was a place recommended to us by our hotel, which was great. They have Mediterranean style food, so falafel, hummus, all that, which is delicious. Here you'll notice in this area, they will have a lot of vegan options. Just behind me is a grocery store that has some vegan options too, because there's a lot of tourists here, so you can always find vegan options. We were just at another restaurant where my mom wanted pupusas and they had vegan menu, also small, but they still have them, right? So we got hummus, of course, because I joke around that I'm a hummus sapien, so I always have to try that. It looks really good. I love the crispy pita chips that they give us. Freshly made, they were warm when they handed it to us, so that's already a good sign. Let's give it a try. This is good hummus. And then the bowls, I got one with a quinoa base and another one with rice, so you can have both, which is nice. The secret to a delicious falafel, in my opinion, is when it's really green inside. Oh, look at that. Just know that you have to substitute the tzatziki for a different topping. I asked for Kalamata olives. I'll try the quinoa first since I have it in front of me. I like that they have quinoa as a base. It is not crispy, but it's fluffy, and it still tastes really good. It's moist. I hate a dry falafel, but this is really good. I want to try the rice. Because it's that beautiful yellow rice. I love rice. I love the beautiful yellow color on it. So it's definitely a place you have to check out. Walk around here, go to the beach. Highly recommend. The prices here are very reasonable. You'll notice in El Salvador, nothing is super cheap. It's not Bali prices, okay? The currency is US dollar. The 2 plates, these were $9, the bowls. And then the hummus appetizer is about $6. So not US prices, but not super, super, super inexpensive either, right? For those who have traveled to like Bali or Vietnam. So just keep that in mind. So the stand nearby the falafel place has vegan ice cream and popsicles. So I got 2 coconut ones. If you look at the menu, it's the ones marked with an asterisk, and that's how you know it's vegan.
I have always been a coconut popsicle kind of girl. I freaking love this. It's delicious.
And before leaving El Tunco, make sure to go to the coconut stand right on the corner of the entrance.
La botella que tienes ahí. Gracias.
So I came here when I was 5. That was the first time I ever came here. This is all I wanted to eat, was coconut.
And after some relaxing pool time, I had to enjoy that sunset one more time before our next adventure.
So this morning we headed to Ataco, which is known to have a lot of coffee tours. This place is also known as Ruta de las Flores. We came here to Carmen Estates. They have a coffee tour for you. Because I like to just see the process, especially since coffee is one of the biggest exportations that they have here. So it's gonna be a really cool experience. So let's check it out.
The guide gave us a history and tour of the machinery and showed us how the coffee goes from fruit to bean before being washed and dried in the sun. Coffee workers need to move the beans like this every hour so they dry evenly. Then the beans sit in the sun until the humidity reaches 10%. On days that it rains and if the beans need to dry quickly, they're dried using a wood fire oven. There are 4 different processing methods for coffee, and we learned that beans are cleaned rapidly on a conveyor belt before being roasted, placed in sacks where they're manually carried into trucks. This is the brand of coffee sold to locals, as the rest is exported. And of course, we got to try some coffee at the end of the tour, the most important part.
This is so good. You don't even need sugar, you don't need milk. It is so good. I held out all day to drink my coffee until now. It was hard. It was worth it.
And make sure to stop by the gift shop after. And because we were already close by, we had to stop by one of the biggest attractions in the area, Cafe Albania.
So I'm waiting to get on the zip line. I wanted to do the bicycle. They typically have one you can do it on your own, but they didn't have it today. Or the hamster wheel. I really wanted to do one of those. They only had double bike, but you can't go on a double bike if the weight is over 300 pounds, which apparently I did not have that option. I couldn't do it by myself. I should have asked an employee.
And if you're like me who didn't want to risk losing their phone, they offer drone footage at an extra $15. And for lunch nearby, you can check out Flores de Eloisa for pupusas and empanadas de frijol, and of course, more hot chocolate. All of these locations will be listed in the description box below. On our last morning, we spotted a tortillera making fresh corn tortillas. She told us she wakes up at 4 a.m. to rinse the fresh corn kernels that had been cooked with cal and soaked the night before. Then it's milled so it's ready by 8 a.m. We were shocked to learn that they were only 4 for 25 cents, so we decided to give her good business and a good tip. She even showed me her 10-second method. But we needed something to enjoy these tortillas with, so luckily a produce truck drove by so we could grab some avocados and tomatoes for a simple yet comforting breakfast.
Breakfast of champions.
And that concludes part 1 of our trip, so stay tuned for our part 2, where I show you the vegan bakery I got my family hooked on, some incredible sights you need to see in El Centro Histórico, some more vegan food that I shared with my family, and some cute towns along with a funny story.